Hey guys, it's Rob and thanks for tuning in. Well, first of all, I'd like to apologize because it has been 2 weeks since I did this. I had last week off from work and just was really lazy. And that Wednesday, I think I had a really long day. Went out and did like a whole bunch of things with some people, actually some people from the blog. And we went to toy stores and did a whole bunch of other things. So I've completely been slacking off in doing these. Also that week, I totally slacked off and did like nothing on the blog. Gonna try to rectify that and get back into the swing of things, especially with September rolling around and that kind of getting that routine back and going again. One of the things I definitely missed out on was I missed out on the latest Thor, which was Journey to the Mystery 626. Today, 626.1 came out, so pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to read them both and then kind of review them both at the same time, and I'll do like kind of a separate, or I'll do them one after each other or whatever. So we'll totally get caught up on Thor right where Thor is at. So yeah, we're doing more of that. Hopefully be seeing more of that soon. And one of the things that I actually will definitely be posting on, because I just actually totally remembered about this, completely forgot about it, and I'm going to go to it. If again you're in the Pacific Northwest kind of region like I am, Vancouver, which is Vancouver, Canada, not Vancouver, Oregon, Washington, sorry, is having a big science fiction and fantasy convention. That's September 30th to October 2nd in Richmond, so that's kind of pretty much right where the airport is. There's going to be a bunch of people there, including the film editor of Firefly and an author, a few other people. There's going to be games, art, anime, science fiction stuff, whole bunch of different things. It runs from those 3 days. I believe that it's $60 for the 3 days and then like $30 for each individual day. There may be an early bird price going. But that would be expiring really soon, if not already, because it's really only like a month away. So I am definitely looking forward to that. I'm going to at least try to make one day, maybe grab a couple other of the bloggies, and we will go and make a day of that, and maybe even bring a camera along and do like a little like video kind of blog as we go. And yeah, so look forward to that. If you're going to that, let me know, and maybe we can like see, it's in Richmond, so there's a couple places there that are pretty nice in Richmond. Maybe we can just stop somewhere and have some food or have a coffee or something and do like a little meetup for people who actually follow this blog regularly and want to meet the lovely writing staff that is PalanTiraBlog.com. Speaking of Palantir, watched the extended edition Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray last weekend on another bloggie's dad's TV. He has like a huge, like, it's got to be like 150, 60-inch screen, like with a Blu-ray projector, crazy sound, nice media room. They look so good, sound so good, and just totally remind me how good those movies are, A, and B, just how good the Lord of the Rings universe is, or the world. I mean, there's few fantasy worlds, if any, that are so detailed with history and language and customs and culture and all those things put together. Just an amazing fantasy world. You totally pick up those extended edition Blu-rays. They fill in quite a bit, and sure, Return of the King is a little long at the end, but completely worth it. So wrapping up my summer series that I've been doing, and I guess, well, it's almost perfect because I'll be able to wrap it up just right, kind of, I guess the summer is ending. Today I'm finally at my #1 favorite supervillain. And this probably comes as not too much of a shock, since this person was also crowned #1 on Wizards top superheroes, and it is the master of magnetism himself, Magneto. I was going to wear my Magneto shirt, but I've actually worn that before. You've seen that before, so I decided not to. We'll just go with what I was wearing from work. So why Magneto? Well, first of all, I love his backstory. I love the fact that he comes through the Holocaust. He experiences, Crystal Knock and, all these sort of things, these racist policies, this, the Holocaust, the work camps, everything. And he comes through all of that. So that's a very interesting backstory. You can read Magneto Testament, which I believe I've reviewed here on the blog. If I haven't, it's an excellent possible Magneto origin story, kind of how he went through it all. I mean, there was a movie recently where there's some more there. So his background is very amazing. I also find that I guess it's the dichotomy, it's almost the irony of the fact that he experiences this idea of one people being superior and wanting to eliminate another people, and it turns around as a mutant and does exactly the same thing. Sees mutants as superior to humans, sees that that they're the future, that they're the supermen, this superior race, and does exactly the same thing. So that's sort of ironic, or that how can you really think that after all that? That makes Magneto very interesting. Obviously, just the whole politics of mutant rights and all those things, and how that can be, applicable to so many other things in our society, whatever particular group it is that you're in, that you feel maybe your rights aren't properly shown. You can relate to the mutants and to Magneto and to that fight and everything. But also the great thing about Magneto is, although he's been the X-Men's bane for, well, ever since there was that schism between him and Xavier. Schism, you like that? For those of you who are X-Men fans currently, you know about the schism going on. Little reference there. He still sometimes will join the X-Men. I mean, he's had a thing with Rogue. It's just so interesting. So many storylines run through him. Onslaught back in the 90s. Just that, and I also, going in with his sort of politics and all those things, I guess his power, I guess, too, is kind of tied into that as well. It's such a simple power, controlling metal, controlling magnetism. It seems so simple, but the implications of it are global. I mean, if he wanted to, he could switch the Earth's magnetic field. He could start pulling iron out of the Earth's core, which will essentially kill the entire planet. I mean, we've seen him pull adamantium out of Wolverine in the 90s. Just so many, essentially an unlimited ability of powers that he can do. And when you stop and think about it, and you start to say, there's so many things that we use that are metal. Like, sure, there's plastic on the computer frame and plastic on the keyboards, but I mean, there's metal scissors, and there's metal everything around us. So many things are possible weapons, and just that power alone makes him quite fascinating to me. Also, his costume, although it seems kind of purple, it doesn't seem very manly, very tough. That helmet, although it's very sinister and gives that great profile when drawing and when picturing Magneto, the functional purpose of it too, it's just that dual thing of it makes it very, very cool. Overall, Magneto, I think, is my favorite villain just for his political background, which I absolutely love. His powers, personality, just everything all tied together makes him my #1 favorite supervillain. So, I guess you can let me know what your #1 favorite supervillain is. That will be the new question for this week, and then next week we'll do what's your #1 favorite superhero. To answer last week's question, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, I talked about who was your favorite Dragon Ball Z character. And as cheesy as it's gonna sound, I think mine is Goku. I've always liked Goku. I think his childlike innocence, almost, or his childlike way, that truth, that justice, willing to give people second chances, and the fact that he's just kind of goofy and loves to eat, and will just be like, loves the bowl, and he just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. But despite all of that, despite the fact that he is supposed to be, this normal, not that powerful Super Saiyan, he's able to rise as Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 and match the Princess Saiyan and Saiyans and best them on more occasions than not. And it really is a good story. So Goku is my favorite superhero, or Dragon Ball Z character. Let me know who your favorite supervillain is, and so say we all.